Emperor Penguin. Welcome back, my friends. Once upon a time, in a faraway land of ice and snow, there lived an old man known as Mr. Forever, who was a beloved storyteller in his small village. Every night, Mr. Forever would gather the children around a cozy, crackling fire, and he'd regale them with enchanting tales of distant lands and adventurous creatures. On this particular night, he began a story about a remarkable bird named Snow Petrel and the Emperor Penguin, the king of the South Pole in Antarctica. Mr. Forever cleared his throat and began his story as the children sat in rapt attention, their eager eyes glistening like the icy tundra outside. Once, in the great frozen expanse of the South Pole, there lived a beautiful bird known as Snow Petrel. Snow Petrel was a gracious and gentle bird, known far and wide for its pristine white plumage and elegant demeanor. But it wasn't Snow Petrel's appearance that made it famous. It was his voice. His melodic songs could make even the coldest icebergs weep with joy. Snow Petrel's songs had the power to touch the hearts of all the creatures of the South Pole. However, Snow Petrel harbored a dream. He longed to be a king. He admired the mighty Emperor Penguin, who ruled over the vast ice kingdom. The Emperor Penguin, with his dignified wattle and wise eyes, had earned the respect of all the creatures of Antarctica. Snow Petrel admired the Emperor Penguin's ability to lead, and he aspired to be a king like him. One day, Snow Petrel approached the Emperor Penguin and expressed his desire. "Your Majesty," he said with humility, "I wish to become a king and rule over a realm of my own. I want to be a king in a land where I can bring joy to all the creatures." The Emperor Penguin, in his wisdom, understood Snow Petrel's dreams. He nodded and said, "I see the fire in your heart, Snow Petrel, and I shall not stand in the way of your aspiration. Go and may your dreams come true." With the Emperor Penguin's blessing, Snow Petrel set out on his journey. He spread his wings and flew northward, leaving the icy world of Antarctica behind. After a long and arduous flight, he arrived in a lush, hot forest far from the South Pole. The forest was a riot of colors and teeming with vibrant life. Snow Petrel marveled at the exotic plants, animals, and the warmth of the sun that kissed his feathers. In the forest, Snow Petrel declared himself king, and the animals welcomed him with open hearts. He was elated and thought he had found his perfect kingdom. However, as days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Snow Petrel began to realize something crucial. Being a king in a hot forest was not what he had imagined. The heat, which was once welcoming, had become unbearable. Snow Petrel's white plumage, designed for the icy South Pole, was not suited for the scorching sun of the forest. He found himself uncomfortable and constantly seeking shade. His beautiful songs, so revered in Antarctica, went unheard in the cacophony of the forest sounds. As Snow Petrel tried to adapt to his new surroundings, he yearned for the cool, crisp air of the South Pole. He missed the Emperor Penguin, the icebergs, and the pure, serene beauty of his homeland. He realized that being a king in a place that didn't match his nature was not fulfilling at all. One day, as Snow Petrel sat in the shade, reflecting on his journey, he saw a single white feather floating gently through the forest. It was a reminder of his true self and where he belonged. Snow Petrel knew he had to return to Antarctica, to the icy kingdom he cherished. Leaving the hot forest behind, Snow Petrel spread his wings once again and flew south, back to the land he called home. He returned to the South Pole, where the Emperor Penguin welcomed him with open wings. Snow Petrel learned a valuable lesson that day. He understood that being a king in a place that wasn't suited to his nature was not the path to true happiness. He was meant to be in the South Pole, where his voice could touch the hearts of those who appreciated his songs. And so Snow Petrel continued to sing his beautiful songs in the land he loved, while the Emperor Penguin ruled wisely over the vast icy kingdom. They both found their true purpose, and the South Pole was once again filled with joy and harmony. As Mr. Forever concluded his tale, the children sat in awe, their hearts warmed by the story's wisdom. They knew that, like Snow Petrel and the Emperor Penguin, they should follow their hearts to find their own true place in the world. With smiles on their faces, they bid Mr. Forever good night, excited for the next enchanting story that awaited them on their journey through the world of imagination. Thank you for your time and comments. Make sure to subscribe and check out our video.